Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have a late start of a day. Well, hold on. Coming to you guys, I've had a jam-packed emotional day already. So I'm gonna probably go through a lot of story time, but I'm also gonna talk like I normally do with my planners and all this stuff. But I, for the past 4 months, I would say, have been feeling like I've lost myself. Okay. I had kids young. Well, I had my older boy young. I got remarried. I had my other kid, but I went through other kid at the time, and I went through 6 years of schooling. But during that 6 years of schooling, I was like, my biggest thing was I want to learn. I want to develop. I want to evolve. So I went the human resources route in my career. I started off in staffing, then I went that route because I was like, I want to help employees that are having problems in the workplace because of, maybe their home life or their upbringing or the spouses they're with or the kids that they've got to raise or whatever the case may be, right? So, I don't think that's going to look like a nice color. So, I went and did 6 years straight. Fast forward, I did that. Oh, that one's kind of cute. And then I reached burnout at 38, 39. And I stopped. I got my master's degree, but I went the 48-hour credit. I didn't do the 60 because I couldn't get through the clinical courses, because a lot of the clinical courses at the time that I was going through, I was struggling with a lot of mental health related stuff. And I didn't know what was going on with me. I didn't know how to address it. It was just a lot. So I put that on hold. My career degrees and stuff like that, because we found out Sophia I was autistic. At the time I was working as an HR manager and this very racist company. It was blue collar company, and I was me and an HR manager, HR director was the biggest thing for this company, right? It was 500 employees that I was supporting, or four something. And so I was like, okay, I'm going to have to leave. And plus they were my director was ready to leave. And I was like, there's no way I'm going to work under a different person. And so, it just worked out so good. And I, started to stay home, take care of Sophia, and I already had my degree background. I was coaching women. I was doing stuff like that on the side, and I was blogging, because I had my Risen You, and I was heavily doing ministry related stuff. And so that was bringing me a lot of fulfillment. I'm going to change out these tabs. I do not like them. They're very flimsy. So it was bringing me a lot of fulfillment. Did I put the new ones in here? Okay, good. Because I was like, I swear I have new ones. Yeah, green. I need the pink. Oh my gosh, we have no more pink. No, please. Dang. I don't. FML. I thought I had more pink when I was buying my labels, and I don't. All right, I'm gonna have to use some of those somehow. So, gosh, I forgot what I was saying. Okay, I can use my month. Oh, I had to take my goals, my things that I want to do had to be on the back burner, because obviously I needed to take care of my home, my children, and raise them. And so I just really stopped working outside of the home, bringing in income, and just started doing YouTube and all this stuff, right? I think I like this one though. So it all made me think about this because, you know, Isaac going off to school, and then, you know, semi-empty nest syndrome, because, I mean, I still have Sophia and she's relatively very young still. You know what I mean? And so I was like, what do you want to do with yourself? And I went down the rabbit hole, and I don't want to write it in this freaking, oh well, I'm going to have to because I need it darker. I went down the rabbit hole and asked Chad, you know, what if I continue my education? What if I go back and do a degree plan that focuses on, you know, things that you want to do, right? How come I don't have, see, I'm going to have to buy some stuff because I don't have a lot of permanent markers. So here's one. So like this. And I love autism, love ADHD, love OCD. I love mental health. I love disorders. I love all this stuff. I would love, like absolutely love to study neuroscience, but I am not a math and science person at all. It brings me complete anxiety, and you would need that. And my son, he is very big in bio and chem. Like he's a genius really with it. And, so I started going down the rabbit hole and looking at like degree programs. Where is it? I thought I had it. And I looked at Texas A&M Corpus Christi online school counseling, and then in MS. And then I was like, no, I do not want to do school counseling. I would have to like be with the politics in the school, and then I would have to deal with parents, and then oh man, and then it's triggering if parents don't take care of their children. And I feel like they're treating them like shit. And then now they have all these problems because of them. No, doggy, I would have a lot of problems with that. So I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Right? Oh, I hate how that looks calligraphied and the other ones don't because of the way I was holding it. So I was like, ooh, neuroscience. I want to study the brain. So I went to go look at stuff like that. And oh my gosh, that's when it told me I needed to do a whole lot of like chem and bio and stats. I was like, shit. My one stat, oh, fuck my life. See, that's why I don't like using these. My one stats class that I did, or two, I think I did stats and then evaluations and research in my, my degree. Y'all, if it wasn't for my husband, I wouldn't have passed. I wouldn't have passed at all. And he helped me really big with those two classes in my counseling degree. I wrote that really big, like bigger than the other ones. So I was like, okay, we're also a military family. There's benefits that I can use for tuition. It would put my loans in deferment, and I can go and bring, you know, because I also could bring, I would get a stipend every month because of the military benefit. And so I was like, that could be good. And then I'm doing school to advance myself, and I would feel good. So I had Chad create like something if I was, you know, how would I do it? Like, where to go? How would I do it? Let's just pretend it said a different degree that I wanted to do. But it said I would need a 4-year span, take 6 credit hours. I would have to arrange childcare, spousal support, like so he can help, and the benefits would cover tuition and living expenses. And it had came up with like a whole what is this one? Is this homeschool? It is. No. This is a food log. Open entry weeks, food log, homeschool. So this homeschool tab, I need to leave that because that's pink. And then here's a this week. shit. And I can't do I need brain dump and today. Oh, good. I'm gonna do brain dump this color. Wait, no, I just did blue. I'm gonna have to buy some more tabs, especially for next month. I'm missing like purple and pink and silver and all this stuff. So all of this to say that I'm antsy with an idol with my brains and stuff. But I also have a lot of things I'm dealing with. I have a lot on my plate. And one would say, why the hell would you try to do school? School would offer me something that I could busy my mind with while I'm learning about fun things that I love. So I think I'm going to keep this, but I'm going to put, and if you're new to my channel and you're watching this video, oh my gosh, you're going to have to go find something else to, like, you know, find one of my videos. But these are my main planner books. They're monthly books. I do my own system. They're literally blank. And every month I do my system. So this next upcoming week, I'm starting this book. I'm in my last book of the week here. It's if I don't touch it and I just leave it like that, it's very thick and heavy. So I literally was looking up all kinds of stuff, and I was looking at what about certifications, and then I was like, for now the itch would be to learn neuroscience stuff, but like Dr. Google or through chat and draw, like write it, draw it, do graphs, like take notes. Because I would like mimic school education or learning, but I wouldn't like, I wouldn't, I would not have to have the responsibility of classwork. So, and I would do it online. I did it online, all my degrees, because of the social aspect, and I had no idea. It's just I learned best self-paced. I had excellent GPA. Like, I learned so much by like, I do not like lectures and teachers just talking to me. I zone out. They sound like Charlie Brown. Like, I could not, even if I tried. When I got my master's at Liberty University. And when I was there for my intensives, because you have to go there for like a week-long intensive a couple times. Oh my gosh. At the end, and I went back to my hotel, I was so overstimulated. I would cry. So, no. I got September running. I was also using some of these back pages as notes, a journal. Some stuff that I wanted to talk to my son about. He was struggling through, and like helping him through some of his course major changes, if so, and like stuff for me. Like, I have a human service degree, but these were the courses I would need that were clinical. Career development, child and adolescent, crisis intervention, multicultural account. Those ones were the ones I couldn't get through. And at the time, the other course, the one that I couldn't get through, was family dynamics. That was the one I was in. They probably updated, because it's been like 8 years since I got my degree. So, y'all. So I haven't been able to focus all morning on nothing other than helping my son, my stuff. I did wash day. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. That was hard. I did laundry. I just was folding it. I had FaceTime with Isaac. We're about to log into school here. I figured that I can have her follow her learning path on her iPad daily. And that would be really good. I said I wanted to do relabel my book. And then also, I need to figure out future planning. I've got so much stuff coming up on the horizon. And I need a little calendar. I thought about like cutting this down like to the width of like this, because if I go or like a little thinner, because if I go standard next year or B6 Slim, this could be the companion. Or if I go weeks, it would need to meet like the weeks requirement. So I would need to cut off a little, and then if I cut off a little and I'm in a B6 Slim, it'll just nicely tuck. So I was truly thinking about cutting this, but it's so many pages. And then I was like, well, why don't you use the one that you had already cut in here? You know what I mean? But I would need to cut it better. I also was journaling, so I would literally rip that out. But I would need to cut it like straight. And then this would be like September, October, November, and then obviously the whole year. But that would lend to like, so then I was like, Monique, you have one of those, hold on, let me show you. Those little notepads. Oh my gosh. The Hobonichi supplemental weeks diary thingies. I have them. I just don't know where they are. Where are you? Where are you? And I could use that and just cut it down a little bit. I wish I knew what it was though, because that would be nice. Now I'm gonna go and try to look for one. So yeah, I just share my whole story because the point is that I have a very dynamic story. I have a very like my upbringing stuff, how things affected me growing up and things of that nature. I have that, and I know I can bring a lot to the table, you know? And so I was like, why are you letting some of your stuff just kind of go to waste, is what I felt. So I was like, Monique, it's not waste, but you guys know what I'm trying to say. So I guess my encouragement is, if you ever have had where you're, I'm sorry, but I really got to look for it. When, the hell is this? This is nice. Don't look at it. Don't look. If you've ever had to kind of give up on your stuff or like put it on hold because of your family and, you know, stuff that you got going on with your, you know, stuff like that. All I was trying to say is that I get it. I am like literally in that whole debacle. You know what I also thought? No, because I can't use that. So I was also looking for a monthly, and I was like, I don't have a monthly. So, but I know if I check, I possibly do. So I shouldn't like try to go buy something kind of thing. Here's my Delphonics pouch, and this is the first pouch. Why isn't this closing? You're like getting on my nerves. Sorry guys, you're like not seeing anything. Hold on, I'm gonna check this right here, see if it's inside. Cause you know I went to go cleaning and now I don't know where all my shit is. I just want one little booklet, and I know I have like 5. I just don't know what I do with them. What's that? Oh, how cute. What is this? Oh, that's a daily. Okay, we'll come back to this. Let me put you on hold. Let me go find it so I can stop being a freaking squirrel and you guys can see something very nice and not just my freaking hand. I mean, my talk. Talk is cheap. Hold on. Sorry guys, I'm still looking for something. The only one I can find literally is the one that I did for my burn book that I'm not even freaking using. But I also found my cool little pouch. which got jacked up. So hold on, little girl. All right, without tearing my house apart, down here, I can't find them. They're more than likely upstairs. I'm not going upstairs. So I'm going to briefly talk through some future planning that I could possibly do. I have this small booklet from Sterling Ink. And so I was like, what about if you do like I tried this one year, but I didn't have enough pages. So this would be like a September note page and then September, an October note page and then October. So November, December, right? So that's would be 2025. And then income would be a 2026 cover page, and then it would be the same. So January, February, March. I can't grab. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Oh, wow. So I would need to not give this a cover page. So I would have to do, this would have to start 2026. If I did that route. That way I can use the whole book up. And if I have anything for that month I want to brain dump, I could. If not, it would literally be like probably half, and then I have the other half. And I don't like having the other half. So, I'm just going to put January so I don't make it a cover page. So like that could be like, maybe I would do 2025, 2026, or an academic little 2025 and then make this 2026. You know what I mean? My nails are horrendous. Right? This will be 2026 yearly. And then over here in the front maybe will be a 2025. This is a reminder. Mia Academy. Alexa, stop. Okay, this is what happened last time. It's Mia Academy time. But if I cover this up and I literally just do September, October, November, December. I can put a full year in here. And I could leave it like that. I do not have to cut anything. This could slip into any, it's very thin. So like say I'm going to bring this over here. Literally can slip it in there, you know. What is in here? There's stuff in there. I don't need to really, like it could be there. Like it's not going to be in the way. And so if I go B6 Slim, let's just pretend it literally can be right here. And then that's more than likely I'm going B6 Slim after September. Oh, so pretty. So for now, I could use this, I could use this. And then I also found this book I can cut and draw it out or paste it in. But I was like, Monique, no. So using what I have, it could be something like this. And then I could just do, you know, 20, or I could just do calendar or something, and like a neutral color to cover it up, and then just calendar, you know, or yearly calendar or whatever. Like find something on Pinterest. So again, this, I just wanted to talk about it because clearly I'm all over the place and now I got to go do school. I have no idea what this sounded like for you guys in terms of what my story was I was trying to say. But if you don't take away anything, you could take away, I'm going to do it like that. Okay. I just wanted to have something where I can have time for myself, focus on myself while focusing on my family. I would get a stipend, so I'd have a little bit of money coming in off of that and helping me through school and stuff. But yeah, who knows how that's gonna pan out. But I've been applying for like jobs, work at home jobs. But yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work out either. I do know that there is a desire. And anytime there's a desire and I have a desire for something, I usually see it out, or I can't stop until I see it out. This book is really, really chunky. This was a 5-week book, remember? So most times when I'm writing, I literally have to flip it on its back, you know, something like that. I don't need to draw out the week anymore. So what I usually do is put the ruler like that when I draw out the week and the month. So yeah, I'm gonna go log in for school. I still need to do my walk. I have not I'm gonna say get on walking pad. I'm gonna stick this here so I can try, and if I do this, I'll probably either turn the camera on or talk with you guys. If I do this, I'll let you know. Either way it goes, I thank you so very much for watching my channel, taking the time out to deal with my crazy behind. God bless you guys, and take care.